Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Now, the greatest story never told with Miles and Thrill.
Wow, we made it to episode 10 and didn't get fired.
We did make it to
from
episode
our
10.
very own podcast.
Yeah, but here's
That's
the thing.
amazing.
We had said in episode 9 that was our final one of the year.
Right.
And that's our boss, Dave, who, believe me, look.
I think Mike edited that out. So I don't think that
No,
actually. Did that not make it?
I
Did it
told
go
him
out?
to keep it.
Okay,
I said keep it because it's true. It was a true moment we were having. It turned out it was not true because our boss let us down. And if you know anything about our boss, he does it a lot. So, whatever. Now you know.
So we're here again. Episode 10, that's a big deal. We made it to double digits. Like if you're a kid, this is a big deal for us. Yeah, whatever. But the last time we talked to you, we talked about some fun with holiday parties. Yeah. And we have one more story to bring for you. And just so you know, we have had this we've had this song available to us for about 17 years.
What song?
It is just one of those songs that we cannot play on the radio, but in the spirit of the holidays.
Oh, okay, I know.
Because we can do it on the podcast, I figured that in the appropriate times, I will play some holiday music to expand on your story of your nakedness and your motorcycle helmet.
Okay, well, I believe I know what song you're going to play. And if it's the song that I'm thinking, I just want you to remember, we can't play this on the radio because this is what is important to the FCC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can only do 3 farts. After that, you have to cut off the farts.
Well, that's not accurate.
They sat down in a meeting and determined this.
You can do 3 farts in a row. So if it were then another,
you can do this much. That's it. That's it.
Honest to God.
That's it.
And I'm not kidding you when I say on multiple times in our career, we have sat down in a meeting where they've explained to us that if you're going to have a fart sound, or me, myself, when I actually fart, it's like, hey, man, look, even if you're farting live on the air and it's real, you got to stop at 3.
So we've told this story, or Steve has, a few times, but never really into the depth and detail of exactly how you got to this point in the night. It is a holiday edition, so another holiday story for you. And this takes place at, a company Christmas party?
It is a company Christmas party, and I've brought this place up before. It's called the Brewers Arts in Baltimore. And to this day, I recommend you go there should you ever visit Baltimore. It is a fantastic
the food is
place.
Great.
And I was lucky enough to be a part of the opening crew of this restaurant. One of the owners out of 3. I worked with her at multiple restaurants. Wait. She had said to me, hey, I'm opening this restaurant with 2 other investors, and if you'd like to be my sous chef, she's the executive
That's
chef.
a big deal.
It's a huge deal. She said, you have the job. Like, I don't know if the interview, we worked well together. So I take the job, and in Baltimore, this was the first legitimate microbrew pub where it really brought everyone in, and people got to understand what microbrews are. So anyway, I'm working there, and our first Christmas, the boss throws a Christmas party, which is not uncommon, and she throws it at her home, which is a few blocks away from the restaurant.
That's nice.
She was really, really cool, and the place was great. And because it was a novel idea at the time, all of us felt very strongly about opening this place, do a good job. We just did the food. They hired someone who now is an award-winning brewer. At the time, he was one of the guys that all of us had known for like 10 years, and he always brewed good beer. In those 10 years, I knew a lot of people that brewed beer, and every time you drank
But he kept getting better, obviously, and made better beer.
His stuff was
along the way.
He came up with such flavors as, and this is one of my favorites, Jesus Christ Super Stout. That is one of the beers he came up with. So anyway, we opened this place. It has been successful. Most restaurants, whether you know this or not, I want to say like 90% of restaurants close within the first 6 months. About another 85% closed within a year. This place is still open now. We opened this in like 97, 98, something like this. Still there, whatever. So they throw the Christmas party. Me being me, and keep in mind, I'm dating this chick at the time, and I'll be dead honest with you. She's the ugliest woman I've ever dated.
What?
No, ugliest woman I've ever dated, but she had a mouth like a plecostomus, all right? My penis is the fish tank. She is the plecostomus.
Are you saying you're dating her for certain things?
No, Miles. Actually, I liked her too. She was very cool. But man, oh man, She
Is that what you think about in the Rolodex if you think of the one?
it's like at the bottom of my testicles was the end of the soda, So
Wow. So
Yeah.
nothing is left.
No, it was
Clean.
fantastic.
Like a 5-year-old kid with a straw to Shoney's.
I would rather not go 5 years old, but your point taken.
No, it's just they drain the
I understand.
they drink
Let's
all
stop
of
with the
it.
kid thing.
Yeah,
So
right.
we throw the party, and I'm dating her at the time, and there's more to this in a second, but we're dating at the time. She leaves before me. She actually has to work the next day. I am off the next day. Like, cool, I'll meet you at your place. That's
So the party's over. She leaves early.
The party's not
You're
over.
going to keep drinking.
The party's still going.
Oh, I see.
And we drink. And I want to say I left before maybe 50% of the people left, but I am hammered. Now, I very clearly remember leaving the party. This was an area of Baltimore called Mount Vernon. I'm going to a place called Charles Village. Charles Village is maybe a mile due
It's not too far.
Maybe a mile. It's like 8 good blocks, and you're there. All right?
Yeah.
Oh, her house, the girlfriend's house, probably 11 blocks. Either way, no big deal. I can walk it. So I leave the party, and I'm going to walk 11 blocks. Fast forward, and I have no idea what happened. I wake up. The next morning. The sun is out. And in Baltimore, you have a lot of row homes, and they have small front yards. That's the one.
They do. They have a lot of small homes.
I wake up. I am dead asleep on the front lawn of someone's house near my girlfriend's house.
You're not near. You mean you're on someone else's lawn?
I'm on someone else's lawn, but I am 2 houses away from
So
the place
at least
that
you're
she's
close.
renting. I am close, but I wake up, and it is rush hour the next morning, and this is the very busy part of Baltimore because Johns Hopkins University is right there.
It's a holiday season.
There are cars everywhere.
Busy.
Now I wake up, and I realize I'm very, very cold, and I'm very, very cold because I'm butt naked, with the exception of my shoes. I'm very, very naked, and as I sit up, my head feels heavy, my vision's dark, and I realize I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet. Now, it's important to note, I did not own a motorcycle or a motorcycle helmet at the time. Also,
Maybe it was a Christmas gift.
no, also, I was not a nudist. So I do not know where my clothes have gone, nor do I know where the motorcycle helmet has come from. In my mind, I traded someone all of my clothes, including, by the way, my wallet with my Social Security card. I didn't have credit cards at the time. I certainly didn't have enough money that the cash was worrisome, but
it's the middle of December, and you pass out on someone's lawn,
Butt naked.
2 houses down from your girls.
yes, but it takes me a second to realize. So as I sit up, my head's heavy, like I said, I realize I have a motorcycle helmet on. Oh, my God, I'm sitting at an intersection. Let me get this right. Maryland Avenue and 31st Street, Miles, that's for you. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people there, and people are honking and waving, and I pop up the visor, and I'm like, all right, this is just your situation. Don't worry about this right now. This is your situation. First thing you need to do, cover your junk. So my hand's now in front of my penis. I realize where I'm at, and I'm like, all right, cool. Clearly, I tried to make it.
You
to the
didn't get
girlfriend's.
rolled. You weren't beaten up. There was no physical damage to your face. You weren't in pain.
You know how I am when I'm drunk, man.
I know.
I'm sure I had a great conversation and said, sure, I'll get naked, give you my clothes, give me the motorcycle helmet. That's my guess. And when I say to this day, I honest to God have no recollection of how this happened. But
you wake up
to
when it's
it.
rush hour traffic.
Right.
And now you're naked with a motorcycle helmet on.
That
your
is
head.
correct, which means-
laying in the grass on a busy intersection.
Side note, dewy grass because it was cold. Anyway, I go 2 houses down. I knock on my girlfriend's door. Now, I don't know what time of the morning this is. I guess 7:30 to 8 maybe. I had no watch on, nothing like that. So I have to keep pounding because we are night people. There's no way she's already up. Finally, she comes downstairs and opens the door. And like any person, it doesn't matter if you know them or not. If the person in your doorway during morning rush hour is naked except for boots and a motorcycle helmet, you have an adverse reaction.
Okay.
So opens the door slams shut, and I'm yelling through the door like, God damn it, it's me. What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Just open the door. She finally lets me in. Why are you naked with a motorcycle helmet? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean? What do I mean I don't know? I don't know, man. I woke up naked. I have no. Where's your wallet? I assume it's still in my pants, and I
right.
don't know where my pants are. Again, in my mind, whoever has my wallet in my pants, in my shirt, in my jacket, and everything else,
They never called you back.
they traded me the motorcycle helmet, but I can't even confirm that. I could have been butt naked walking down the street. Someone gave me a motorcycle helmet, complete 100% blackout. I truly have no idea. Now, I get to my girlfriend's place. The thing is, I don't live there with her. It's just that she's right there. This chick weighed maybe 90 pounds. She's like 5'2", all right? You understand what's going on there?
I think I do.
So the clothes she has are the clothes that I need to wear. Now,
Basically, what you told me is that you didn't find her face attractive.
no. Except
Okay.
that mouth, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
she's got the body, obviously.
No, the body was great. And,
Yeah.
and I know how
Like-
it sounds. And if it sounds like I'm being shallow, maybe I was. But again,
I hope she's listening.
No. Well, hey, if you're listening to this day, I wouldn't say a bad word about you. You're a fantastic person, but ugly. But man, you got a mouth. So,
Right, sure.
Mike, listen, I already established that. I'm not right. You
So
know.
do you crash or do you just put on your girlfriend's clothes and then leave and try to get home?
I got to put on my girlfriend's clothes. I want to get home because it's still somewhat alarming that this has happened. And keep in mind, at this point, I've just lost my wallet. I was broke enough that there's not a whole lot of loose ends I need to tie
Sure.
up. But losing your Social Security card, which in all this time has proven to not mean anything one way or another. But at the time, I don't know this, right? This is pre-internet, all this stuff. So I don't know. And back then, you had to have a copy of your Social Security card,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. This is a problem for me, but because I'm a drug addict and drunk at the time, I'm like, man, I have to make sense of this now.
Sure.
It should be noted at this time, I have separated from what was then my first wife, okay? At that time, she's just my ex. Cue it up.
But you're separated.
She's not my second wife, but we're separated. We've been separated for months, and in spite of the story I just told you, that I woke up naked, hungover, not even hungover, you're still drunk. Wow.
Yeah.
Naked except for a motorcycle helmet. I want you to understand that my ex is a bigger drunk than I am. I want to put this chick, and I'm not making this up, and I'm not here to badmouth it, but she would drink like 2 bottles of vodka
That is impressive.
in like 3 hours. I don't mean like through the course of the day. Like serious problems, and we dealt with that later.
Yeah.
And
That's
but
probably why you got a divorce.
I don't even know if that's why. That,
was just
bro,
one of the things.
I'm just telling you that's one of the things. So
Okay, but she was what, still interested in talking to you, I guess?
she did like the stalker thing. So we legally
Okay, all right.
gotten separated, right? But she would go to like my place of work and ask,
That's problematic.
hey, okay, so that gets
So
to
basically what you're saying is you're out, you're unaccounted for. She probably tried to get a hold of you, go to your place, and now after the night of waking up naked in someone's front yard with a motorcycle helmet on, is she waiting for you to come home?
she's not waiting for me to come home. That's where it started to.
Sorry, it's the holiday spirit.
Yes.
So she's not waiting for you?
She was. Apparently, I did not know this at the time. She's stalking outside of my current girlfriend's place.
Oh my God, she's there where you fell asleep and didn't wake you up?
The ugly chick with the plecostomus mouth. Now, I don't know if she knew. And listen, I love her to death to this day. It sounds harsh, but it's true. I don't know if she knew that I was dead asleep like 2 yards down. But in the time that I got to the girlfriend's house and the time that we finally left, maybe 2.5 hours had passed. But keep in mind, the girlfriend at the time, she loves punk rock
As you said,
and all this stuff.
90 pounds and weighs nothing.
90 pounds of lips.
And I guess she gave
And,
you some clothes.
So she wore oversized as a lot of punk rock chicks like to do, the big oversized hoodies.
Right.
The hoodie fit me fine. The clothes, I could not fit into her pants. And again, this is December. I can't fit in her pants. There's no possible way. So I got a pair of her shorts that are blue at least, but picture Jack Tripper. Remember how short his shorts
probably
were?
look great.
It was worse. But this was not fashionable at the time, but this is what I've got. So I got a pair of Doc Marten boots. I got a pair of very tight shorts that show at least half of the bottom of my ass cheeks. And then a sweatshirt for, by the way, Fugazi, in case you're interested, that fits just fine.
Sure.
So I'm not thinking about the stalker ex. And I knew that she had been stalking, but as I'm processing what's going on in my life, she's not top of mind. And I opened the door to girlfriend's house. Girlfriend's with me at this point, and there the ex is across the street.
Oh, no.
Okay, thank you. So in my mind, here we go. We have a big case of. But it pisses me off.
But you didn't do anything
too.
wrong.
No, man.
I mean, you broke it up. I mean, I hate to be that way,
No.
but she's stalking you, so
There's
it's
no
a
way
different
to be.
situation. Yeah.
We've been separated
So did she
for
like
4
run across the
months.
street and attack you, or what?
She is across the street, standing on the passenger side, parallel park, standing on the the driver's side. So she's facing the house, has her arms folded, and I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. It's like, look, I don't feel bad about anything that happened. To this day, I really don't feel bad about
Why
waking
would
up
you?
naked.
You're separated.
You arbitrary, you do what you do. This is life. And keep in mind, you're a bigger drunk than me, mother. So Mike, this is where you have to edit. Like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Like, what is this? What you can't do this, man. And I'm doing everything like to not call the cops for the what do you call it? The stay away thing. Yeah, what do they call it?
I've never had one issued on me, so I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the restraining order. But like, it's at that point, but it's like, hey, man, you got to stop doing it. But anyway, but she's going berserk, and I can smell the booze on her breath. To be fair, she can probably smell it on mine as well. But it's like, so keep in mind, it's still a busy intersection, and now I'm having a screaming match while I'm still kind of drunk. She's certainly drunk, wearing like super short shorts, a Fugazi sweatshirt, and a pair of boots.
Did you hitch it home?
This is not a good look. No, I walked home, and it's like a 3-mile walk, and it's Baltimore, and I finally got home. But to this day, I do not know what happened to my stuff. I don't know where my wallet is, none of that. Luckily, none of it's come back to haunt me. I will say this. This is going to sound crazy. Me and Picasso in his mouth, still friends.
Yeah.
Me and the ex, no. But the last time I had to deal with the ex, a couple of bottles of vodka deep, had to crash the place, called the cops because I thought she was trying to kill herself. I'm not kidding you. No, man, listen. It was a lot of heaviness at the time. And there's nothing worse than having a heavy conversation when you're butt naked in a motorcycle helmet talking to a drunk. And that's my life. And now we do what we do.
I really hope you enjoyed episode number 10 of The Greatest Story Never Told.
Sorry, man.
It's really fun to be able to do this for you.
Yeah, it was.
You've been listening to The Greatest Story Never Told with Miles and Thrill on radio.com.
Oh, man! A Double Flush production.